What up, YouTube? Marvelous Tarot back at it again. Today I want to try something a little different. I've been having this idea of like a new spread that I want to use, and I'm gonna call it like Civil War or Secret Wars, similar to the Marvel stuff. Now, just to let y'all know, I'm kind of not big on constant love readings. I feel like a lot of tarot readers only focus on love readings, and more power to them. Sometimes that's what people looking for. Everybody looking for love. Even people who try to act like they ain't looking for love, deep down inside, subconsciously, or they looking for some type of love. Everybody wants to be loved. But I was trying to figure out a way to where I could kind of do that, but it comes out naturally and organic. So what it is this spread that I thought about, and this is just one I made up on my own. Of basically, like I said, the concept is like the movie and the comic books of Civil War. I'm going to take 5 oracle cards, one main ideology on each side, and then 4 other oracles, and then I'll have some cards to clarify. Now, what I want to do is I'll do it 2 sets, basically, and however it resonates or however you interpret it, I'll do my interpretation, but it could be in love, business, partnership, whatever. It all depends on how the card is going to flow. So let's try to check that out and do that and see what we come up with. And again, you can think of an ideology, and maybe I got to do a little better with setting the intention of the reading. But right now, it's just real general, and I'm just trying to come up with a concept. So Nick Fury on one side. And he doesn't know what he's gonna face. I don't even know the structure or how I'm gonna do things. This is all getting done fresh on camera for y'all. As I'm coming up with the concept, I'm gonna just do it right here. All right. Because I had to look back and Google the poster for the movie, and it was basically 5 on 5. Now, we know it was a little crazier. Some people can switch sides and all that. But again, we're going to see. This shit going to be as organic as possible. So let me move some of this stuff out the way. Move some of that out of the way. All right. All right. Let's get Nick Fury's team over there. So we got the main 2 ideologies. Now, this could be you. This could be someone you know. This could be 2 people you know, 2 best friends. Maybe 2 chicks you dealing with, and you trying. Who knows? But take it how it resonates, and then as I'm doing the reading, maybe something might become more clear as far as what type of reading it is. Like I said, it may be for love. Who knows? We'll see how the cards play. But let me read. I'll say this is the main ideology of the team, if you will. And that is Nick Fury, of course. Nick Fury, although he operates behind the scenes, no one is a better social architect than Nick Fury. Valued for his expertise, he never fails to seek advice from his team, even though the final decisions are his. Like Nick Fury, you're being called upon to create structure, define terms of engagement, and make tough decisions. Embody him by deploying a methodical approach, leveraging your intelligence and experience. Now, his team, Hawkeye, ready, steady, go. Hawkeye is calling you to shoot your shot. It's time to stop procrastinating, take aim, propel yourself towards your target. This can be as simple as replying to the email you've been putting off for a few weeks or getting back into meaningful routine after some time away. No matter your goal, Hawkeye is shooting reminders your way that you are worth the investment to yourself. Nice. Howard the Duck. You're not from around here, are you? I don't think I pulled Howard the Duck before. That's a new one for me. Wow. As the quintessential duck out of water, our feathered friend brings tides of change. We're forging a new road, entirely unfamiliar and uncomfortable. And you're doing so alone. While this adventure will broaden your horizons, you will need to travel with an open mind, open heart, and a killer sense of humor. Oh, okay. You got Mystique. What you see is never what you get. Mystique. Let's see. Just as Mystique uses mutant abilities to disguise herself, you are also repressing the essential part of your nature. Perhaps painful memories are resurfacing, or maybe you haven't accepted or processed trauma, and now you're finding yourself struggling with identity, how you truly feel. Mystique is pulling you below the surface, asking you to seek the deepest truth in yourself and others with compassion and grace. That's a nice little team right here. Scarlet Witch, now the team OP. Explore beyond the veil. Let's see her read. The Scarlet Witch crosses your path as she travels between two realms, the conscious mind and the subconscious. She represents esoteric wisdom. Although her powers are great, she is here to whisper, wait. When she appears, this is a call for reflection. Do not take action, but instead retreat to the space between worlds, meditating and preparing yourself for when your inner witch knows the time is right. Okay. A lot of feminine energy over here. You know, Howard Duck loves him, the ladies. And again, how does it resonate to you? Is this you and your team, or something that's representing you, or this team that they going against? Let's look into that. Gambit and Rogue. Remember I said I don't do love readings, but if the cards say love, fuck it, is love. Let love in. Let's read what it says. Hey sugar, these two lovebirds have arrived, meaning it's time to focus on the nurturing space of a relationship. It's not just about romantic connection, I said that, though this can represent a platonic soulmate, a best friend, or even a creative collaborator. But whoever it is, you can be sure they're around for the long haul. Interesting. And for me, that's the overall ideology. Now you can take some of these things and then combine it in a way. Let's see who's on this team. Lockjaw, a guard dog. A good guard dog is hard to find. Lockjaw is a creature of protection and devotion. In the reading, he symbolizes a sweet, steadfast companion who will shore you up when things get rough. Don't be afraid to depend on support, no matter the form it comes in. A good bond transcends species. Oh, that's nice. Hold on real quick. Had to get a little light in here. It was losing the sunlight. we got Thor. Be sure of foot and steady of heart. Let's see. Thor. I don't think I ever plucked Thor before either. Thor is here to illuminate the darkness. Like the lightning he calls to split the sky, you may find yourself on a path of confusion where you are struggling to make your own way through. But Thor invites you to call upon your inner navigation to find your way home. As Milmere is only called to those who are worthy, you have inflammable instincts that will help you on the right path. Okay. Ronan the Accuser, let it all burn. Ronan the Accuser is accustomed to having the final say, and he is infusing your reading with that energy. You may be seeking a way out, but don't lose sight of the fact that not all endings are good endings. Right now, your decisions are clouded in negativity, and you are at risk of burning every bridge in sight. Remember that you can part ways without destruction. Ooh, and the Hawk. I ain't gonna hold you. This team over here is kind of stacked. I ain't gonna lie, but this team, it's a lot of intelligence and power in the mind, and power in the talking and the gift of gab of talking. But let's see here. We got the Hawk. Let's read the Hawk. Think first, smash later. No matter how much strength you have, sometimes confrontation isn't the way to resolve an issue. You may have received disappointing news or feel the urge to respond with pure, unfiltered emotion. But Hawk is here to act as a reminder to keep your cool. While it can be tempting to dash off a nasty reply to the upsetting email you got, give yourself space to connect to what would work better. How can you be more diplomatic, more collaborative, preserving your emotional energy and avoiding smashing something into bits? Very, very interesting. So this team, interesting. So you have maybe both of these. And again, I'm just going off of my own, off the top of the dome, intuition and awareness. Maybe this is both you. It's not you and another person. It's you and your light, your dark. You and your hate, your love. You and basically duality is what this is saying to me a little bit. On one hand, you have a steadfast leader who's by himself, and then on the other hand, you have love and collaboration, be it, or it could just be platonic or creative, whatever. But I think this is the difference between, like, what I'm seeing is, like I said, the dual ideologies of what it means to be collaborative. You have the Nick Fury approach, and then you have the lover's approach, almost, if that makes sense. Now, was talking to me about the whole love thing, because to me this is saying love. Just because I'll be trying to avoid the love talk, I feel like this is saying love. But it's also saying don't be overly emotional, because you will turn some shit, smash some shit, or you will let it all burn. Remember, you have a good companion. You have a good, like I said, Lockjaw is known for his loyalty, and he's like a good utility tool in a way when they need to teleport somewhere or something like that. So I feel like it's talking to this card. You want to make sure that you just don't play on these two a lot, or just understand the message that it was read out, which is think first, don't smash, or don't let it all burn. And then, of course, Thor, you want to stand 10 toes down, and you want to be moving from the heart space, which is hard to do when you're in love sometimes, because you want to think It's almost like the logical side and the emotional side, if you will. And then even over here, though, when it talks about if this is the logical side, don't like don't hide your true self. Mystique always was trying to be somebody else because she didn't like her blue skin and all that type stuff. But you can be a chameleon, you can be adaptable, but always remember your true self. Remember in the movie, he was like, I want to see the real Raven. She turned blue, and he was like, perfection. Because that real you, that's perfection. And even with your logical thinking, think outside the veil. You are mind, body, and spirit. There's way more to this shit, if you ask me, than just street shit and niggas on the block and all that shit. It's a lot of, you are a soul and you have a mind. Your mind will warp all of this shit, reality, just like her, a reality warper. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, something about these two where it's like, use that these two talk they shit. They got a certain way with words. Use that as well to talk to your people and understand your peoples and whatnot. Like I said, this is fairly new. I don't know if I want to. Let's draw 3 cards to each side. 3 of the regular Marvel tarot cards to kind of clear up and clarify what this is. And again, I'll get better with setting these things. Maybe this is a love reading. Maybe this is a conflict reading, because maybe that'll help the intuition a little bit more. But when I tell y'all I've been ducking the love readings, because I don't know, that ain't the vibes for me lately, but that's my own personal whatever. And this is for the general collective. And okay. Chariot. Now that popped out, but I don't know which side. So I'm gonna re-add this card. I'm gonna see how I want to do this. I guess I pluck these guys first. So I'll do the cards, three cards for each side. And if a card falls out, I'll just put it on whichever side is closest to. 3 cards to understand the actions of each side of each team. Like I said, I feel like this is a duality. This isn't a you and another person. I feel like this is a conflict of self, or conflict of ideologies of self. Maybe you're conscious and subconscious. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling off of this. Okay. So for this, we got the King of Cups reversed, Queen of Cups reversed. That's crazy work. Pentacles, Cups, same difference. And the Sword of, that's the 8 of Swords reversed. Let's see what we got on this side. No, matter of fact, let's read this, because the fact that you got King and Queen of Cups / Pentacles is kind of crazy. Let me give you all the Marvel read off for that. And then we just added more people to the teams. Like I said, just like in the movie, it started off with maybe 4 or 5, and then Spider-Man come to this side, but then he switched sides, and then Black Panther was on this side, but then he understand they would fight, making them fight each other. So let me read that out. You got Vision and you got Squirrel Girl. Let's go to the King of Cups. Reversed King of Cups. The King reverse symbolizes emotions of going haywire. What is happening right now causes you, the relationship, the situation to become unstable. A reset is required. Power down for a nanosecond. Complete a circuit check. Don't allow emotions or a manipulator to press your buttons. Interesting. Seeing how this is the love shit. And I think it is love. That's interesting. Then we got Queen of Cups reversed. Incessant chatter makes you nutty. Emotions and thoughts scamper around while grasping for branches to prevent a fall. Stop. It's self-care time. Gather substance for the long winter. Use a bushy tail for balance. It's okay to climb high or go out on a limb. But remember, if you fall, you can't help the ones you care for the most. Almost like saying, be careful with this love. Make sure you, and again, even though I interpret it as love, if it's collaboration, if it's just a friend, if it's just you in your head, like I said, just be aware of that. And then last, we got the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, Doc Ox Tentacles. I kind of forget that when I plucked that a couple times, but in reverse. Time to face the fears running rampant. Free yourself from replaying the past mistakes torturing you and slice through Doc Ock's life squeezing grip. You're more than enough, full of power. Move forward with courage, kindness, especially for yourself. Okay. That's the overall ideologies and energies for this team. Well, let's check out. And like I said, to me, this is how I'm interpreting it is love versus logic, like a clash of within self. But again, however you interpret it, let me know. Let's see here. We have the Nine of Cups reversed, Domino, the Fool reversed, Deadpool, X Factor, and the Four of Swords reversed, right? Or no, that's the Six of Swords, excuse me. Reversed. Let's see here. Cups. Domino's luck reversed. Congratulations, you got what you wanted, but something's off. You should be happy, but you're not. You don't want to admit it, not even to yourself. Something's missing, but what? You've worked hard to get here. Is it everything you dreamed? Look beyond the everyday to uncover those missing pieces. You're right. They're right in front of you. That's interesting. I know sometimes I feel like I did the right thing logically, and it's like, but damn, why this shit don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? Why this shit don't be so fulfilling? Sometimes being super logical can have you, I don't know, you need that balance. So it's interesting to see that on the Nick Fury side of things. The Fool reversed, my man Deadpool. Gotcha. Don't want to get moving. Don't want to take the first step. The universe really doesn't like that. You're going to be miserable until you step into the abyss. Don't be afraid of change. Maybe you need a map. Great. Draw your own. Make a plan. Reinvent yourself along the way. Hey. It's almost like I said, that those kind of go hand in hand, that X factor right there. Then you got the Six of Swords. I was just on that. Six of Swords reverse. Change happens whether you want it or not. As a founding member of the X-Men, Angel knows this well. Fighting it is futile. You're stuck in the quagmire of your own overreactive mind, going over the past mistakes or situations, replaying what you said or what you should have said or did, stakes you to the ground. immobilizing you. Instead, release the past, move forward with purpose. That's to me almost saying, hey, as logical as you are, think beyond the veil, be yourself, but let's start moving on this stuff. Let's go. There ain't no use of fighting what's all over here, the love or the person or the love you have in your mind. Ain't no use to fighting this. We gotta integrate this, become one, and move forward. This is very interesting though. Now on some Marvel comic book shit though, I still got this team. This team go crazy. You got Doc Ock, you got now this team as far as outsmarting you, and then these three kind of even it out right here, right? Because Deadpool pretty much unkillable, fourth wall breaker, and that's one thing about the Fool card as well. Let's pick that up. One thing about the Fool card is, like, I find this to be hilarious that it's Deadpool, because again, fourth wall breaker, he does whatever he wants. The Fool can be interpreted as don't be a fool in your own logical mind. What was I going to say? I was talking about the teams. Howard the Duck, sometimes they got him with a bunch of cosmic weapons, so that kind of works. Maybe he can hook up Hawkeye with some type of crazy work, but this team over here crazy. Just these two alone, broken ass mutants. You got Hawk, we already know what's up with him. Thor, we already know what's up with him. Ronan, not to be slept on. Vision, again, this is like comic book Vision too. Comic book Vision way over movie Vision. But yeah, this is my first attempt at a Civil War reading. If you liked it, if you resonated with it, let me know. I'm still growing on the idea and concept. Maybe I will get more clarifying cards. Maybe I might do it differently. Maybe I'll set an intention to say this is about love and all that good stuff, so it can be a little more clarifying. But again, just general. If you like it, let me know. If you don't, leave that shit alone. Until next time, Marvel-ous Tarot.